kind of wish that we'd had all of this bullshit recording just for like the stupid kaiju fight. And
I would be happy with that. Yes.
Well, you will be pleased to know that anyone tuning in will be aware of it, but will not actually be able to experience it.
that is
I mean, we can
unfortunate.
recreate it.
No,
We
we're not
recording.
recreating it.
Son of a bitch. Fine.
Ian, give us our intro.
Well, I don't have any intro music for you. Mostly because I'm pretty sure...
Everything I
pretty
can think of is copyrighted.
I'm pretty sure every music we could possibly play would eventually just be ruined in tone by, I don't know, something. Something would explode and, you know, not the best time. In any case, last time you succeeded at a thing. To the shock and amazement of all involved.
Especially the GM.
Yeah, kinda. Yes, you did succeed.
Yeah, we
We
went in,
stole
we did the
intel.
thing. And we got what we came in to go get. And
Next we go for Hewlett-Packard.
Son of a bitch. We're not conventing Picard.
Jesus.
I'm not pissing off Q.
That's not what he even said. Okay. So yes, you managed to sneak into the, it's not a communications hub, but it was a relay point for all the Prejudicium communications in the area to go through.
And to clarify, we actually did sneak, like, holy shit.
Yes, you did, at first. For the
Well-
majority of it.
Okay, when 99% is sneaking, give me a break.
And you managed to get some information out of there, though at the last minute you did set off the alarms enough for, well, a giant robot to come stomping through, seeing what's going on.
I hope they have fun getting it out of the wall.
Yes, there was also an unfortunate thing of a teleporter being flung through a wall. Which means anyone who uses that teleporter is likely going to have a bad time, because the teleporters are sturdy enough to survive that. The robot got embedded in the wall. Lots of soldiers kind of got slammed into the ceiling and then dropped again.
Actually, to be honest, most of the soldiers teleported in, took one step, and crumpled. Because of the weird rhythmic effects of Thing.
Yep. Yes, in any case, everyone got out. Everyone got out with information, mostly in Robert's and Constance's heads. The two of them.
Memorize.
Roberts is just, you know, human, good at memorizing, while Constance has the, I don't want to call it a computer brain, but it's a super brain.
Has absolute perfect recall and a large storage facility.
And psychic hands.
We don't mention those.
I just did.
How dare you. First rule of Fight Club, asshole.
If this is Fight Club, we're all doomed.
I mean, if we're thinking about it, it kind of is.
We've destroyed about as many buildings.
It's true.
Yeah, but as soon as Operation Mayhem starts, we're all the entire city's just going to explode.
Yeah, what's the problem with that?
His name is Roberts Paulson.
No.
So we've succeeded and we're home, and presumably Constance is going to give him the information if, well, she's memorized it, so she's going to sit down and type it, I don't know.
Ooh, can she type with her ghost hands?
Probably, I'm looking at an orange.
The ghost hands, I believe, are able to physically interact with things.
Yeah.
But we don't know the limits of that, it could be limited to, like, organics for all we know.
No, she can interact with them, she just can't use her actual damage effects, except against objects, except against living things.
Because rocks don't have brains.
Racist.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
I throw a rock.
Ow.
Great, so you've arrived back at the hideout, and Roberts will remark, Constance, I'm afraid I don't have this set up for us to both be entering information at the same time.
Do you have a separate peripheral, like a laptop or tablet that I can mess with and then hook up to the computer?
Not on me, but I can have that set up.
If that would be faster, then I would like to help how I can.
It would be convenient regardless. In any case, well done. Nothing blew up until the last moments we were in there. Hey. People need to talk.
Hack the planet?
Smith lowers his orange sandwich. I don't know computers. I don't know what you want me to do about it.
I expect nothing from you.
Good.
Oh, that reminds me. I have a body I need to dispose of.
I'll go get the
Yes, you
whiteboard.
do.
I'll go wheel in the whiteboard while you do that.
Yes, I did not actually grab Mr. Scientist here, but you still are possessing the poor scientist.
Throw him in the book.
I don't
Avery.
think that was a very good choice of words.
Do they not pay him very well?
In
Avery-
frankness? No.
Avery excuses himself to the
The weird
Oh.
star cage.
oh damn, I forgot the word. The
Cage of Wonders?
No, although that's a good one.
Can Ice Cube?
The Faraday cage of shame.
Okay.
Oh, my next one had something to do with Time Lords and the Doctor. How many people do we fucking have in there? Like 4 or 5? Christ above.
They aren't in there for all eternity.
I know, but I feel like a kidnapper now. Like a
We're
professional.
starting our own civilization.
We don't have enough girls.
They go in there, are later interrogated, and then are popped out.
Oh, that's nice. I'm just gonna ignore the implications there.
Roberts is not a nice man.
Told you, fucking Fight Club here.
He vaguely looks like Tyler Durden.
It would be a very different movie if it was fucking Fight Club.
I mean, wasn't it? I don't know, held a lot of tension in that movie. And not the kind that involves, like, fighting. So there was that, too.
Roberts just coughs. In the meantime, I did hire some local crews to clean up your apartment, Constance.
I don't think I'll be going back to it anytime soon, though.
I'm sure there are some things you might want to salvage.
Well, whatever's there has been soaked in from the fire express, so.
And probably rummaged through by the, whoever came in after us, and the Predation, there it is. The Predation probably sent people after we had rescued you to rummage through your things, because of course they did. Because they always do that, because it's how these stupid idiots work.
Even so, I still would like to try and go back there, just probably not by myself.
I'd with you. Would you like a sandwich?
Mr. Smith has volunteered. Miss Murphy?
I'll go where I need to go.
Make you a deal. You go with us. I'll pick you guys up some sandwiches and a new jacket, because that one is starting to literally fall off.
It has sentimental value, okay?
I didn't say replace it. I said get you a new one, so when it is cold, you have something to wear.
Roberts is just shaking his head and turns to the computer.
Would you like a sandwich? Well, I think we have our mission. Head to Constance's apartment. If there's anything you need, we best go now.
Ian, can you give me permission on my goddamn token?
How do you not have it?
How do you keep not giving it to me?
How is Captain Tight Pants still on this server?
I don't know.
It's fucking alien, that's what that is. Avery, if
There,
you're there.
that should work.
This isn't really a thing I mean, if you want to come, but there's no real bodies for you. I gesture to the whiteboard. If you want a sandwich, there's one on the table. If you want to eat a sandwich, Robert's is right there.
That would not be acceptable.
Well, you don't like sandwiches?
I prefer to eat them to my own power.
Well,
You can
just let
share
him-
your body to share a sandwich.
Just let him come along for the ride.
Yeah, see? I'd let him do it to me, but I literally can't.
Oh, Mr. Smith. And he tosses you another communicator.
Catches it. Thank you. Pops it in. Checks to make sure it works. He takes another bite of his sandwich. Well, 2 slices of bread with an orange in it.
Yeah, I don't think that really counts as a sandwich.
Does to me. Didn't even peel it. Just straight orange.
How do you even bite that?
By having the jaw force of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. What's your
Yeah,
question?
but it'll just slide out and like shoot the other direction.
You assume his teeth are normal human teeth.
Unless these teeth are oh drat. I'm bad at words today.
The words have gone.
Canines, incisors.
No, it's a property that monkeys' tails and human fingers have.
Prehensile?
There we go. Unless your teeth are prehensile, it doesn't matter what they're made of.
Well, no, if you provide enough force at the correct angle to dig into it rather than just kind of... Especially when you have pointy teeth, it's actually way easier to do. It's like stabbing something with a knife. It's less likely to slide out from under the knife, you know?
Yes, but you're squeezing it between 2 layers of bread.
Oh, no, he's just holding it that way.
Uh-huh.
He refuses to eat fruit if it's not under a sandwich. What do you want from me? I wrote down random character traits using a combination of rolling and my own logic, and this is one of them. Don't
In
you
any
question
case,
me.
Avery will be out of his body at this point. Though he likely will only have heard part of what's going on.
Right. Should we look up now?
Most likely.
Alright, those who are heading to Constance to escort her to her apartment to retrieve... What the hell are we getting?
Anything that is still salvageable?
Sentimental value things, right. Alright, upwards we look.
Will Avery be looking up?
That is an excellent question. Who is going on this excursion?
I think at the moment
Wait.
it's everyone but Avery.
Yeah, we're headed out. Because, not because we need this many hands, but Constance's apartment is probably being watched.
Hmm.
And if they're gonna... If they have some sort of encoding for, oh, they've shown up, hit the nuke button, we'd like to have the whole group.
Avery will come along.
Okie dokie.
We're taking the portable whiteboard, by the way. You know, the slightly smaller one.
Uh-huh.
The one you can hang around your neck.
I see the cupcakes are still here.
What?
Huh?
Oh!
Where?
Yeah,
God
let's
damn it.
zoom out a bit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Damn it.
Kelly.
This is what you get for giving us drop tokens privileges.
Yeah, I'm going to be removing that soon.
Oh.
I have
Yes.
bad news for you.
Yeah?
It's an unrevocable privilege.
Ah!
Great. Well, in any
Anarchy.
case, you look up and you appear in an alleyway on a street close to Constance's apartment.
Well, I presume she knows where it is, so follow.
One would certainly hope so.
Yeah. I did a memory and everything, so I should know the layout, probably.
Would anyone be
Avery.
doing anything on the way there?
If I see a clothing store on the way there, I'm going to make note of it, and if possible, stop at it to get the jacket I said I'd get. For warp.
Does my Sherlock vision pick up on anything?
Nothing besides normal activity.
Okay.
I believe
Avery will take the direct flight route.
Okay.
And once he reaches the exterior of the building, he will take note if there's anything interesting on the surrounding roofs.
On the rooftops? Not really. Not unless you count pigeons and various pigeon things exciting.
Once
Like
we are
cyborg
there,
pigeons?
There was an odd chance of snipers or spotters.
fair dues. When we are there, though, like
Hold on.
after whatever.
Miss Murphy! Are you going to do anything on the way there?
She might window shop, but probably not going to delay very long.
Such as, for example, when Mr. Smith does see a clothing store.
Oh, well, his taste is weird.
It would literally be the first clothing store you see, so he doesn't do fashion.
It's not even a specific one. It's just generic, hey, buy clothes here.
Wow, that sounds like a depressing name for a store.
It's Chicago.
As far as I'm aware, that is how you pronounce the Gap.
He points at it and goes, "Do you want one from there or?"
Fine, just give me a second, alright? I'll take care of it.
It's a second to do what?
You have to try on clothes, you know?
I thought they came in sizes.
Just because they come in sizes, every item is still different. Depends on the manufacturer. Depends on the cut of the actual item. It's very.
That sounds
very
irritating as all hell. Why do you wear clothes? Wait, right, naked, right, because you're soft, right? Okay, never mind. All right. So you just strip in the middle and change right there, or is there like a box? The one time I bought clothes, they had me stand there and measurements, and then they just mailed me them.
You just stand by the counter.
Okay.
You pay for it. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Pick something warm.
Into the clothing store you go.
I stand by the counter, awkwardly.
Well, there are some things to do while you stand at the counter. Namely, there is a television nearby that's playing news programs.
Probably should watch the news.
Most of it's fairly boring.
Anything about death robots in capital letters?
No death robots.
Damn it.
I assume Miss Murphy will be looking for appropriate coats that could go over her jacket.
You're assuming she's actually stopping at coats. That's cute.
Okay, what
Is
is
she
she
gonna go
stopping
full
at?
teenage girl on me and just show up with half the store?
She's gonna show up with a pile of clothes, yeah.
Oh, Lord help me.
And
Alright, then.
dressed up in a different outfit.
Lord help me. Alright then.
This is what you get for volunteering.
Alright. It's a good thing, Tyrant doesn't really ever spend his money.
Avery,
Yes?
you noticed the others have not gotten here yet.
He assumes it's a slow elevator and begins looking around the apartment.
This is my favorite shop on the Citadel.
The apartment looks about as you saw it the first time, though the first time you saw it, it was already mostly trashed. What is Constance doing? Is she going with Miss Murphy?
Yeah, because like I said, I didn't want to go to the apartment by myself, and if they're stopping here, I'll wait for them. So I'll chat up the storekeep and stuff.
Flirty.
So you're staying near Mr. Smith mostly.
I'm looking at my advantages.
I'm just gonna keep staring at the lingerie like it's gonna bite me.
I forget what it is to gather rumors. Is that persuasion or is that investigation or?
Well, that takes a while, probably longer than we're gonna be here.
Well, I'll just take what I can get.
Fair enough.
Kaylee will
That
then
is-
glare at you, by the way, when she notices you staring at the lingerie while she's over there.
That is a use of the investigation skill.
Gather information. I see it.
Smith just looks confused at your anger and looks elsewhere.
As an example of that elsewhere, on the
Wait,
news
holy
right
fucking
now.
wait a minute. Lingerie, what the fuck are you doing by the lingerie?
Welcome
Back the
to
fuck
Teenage
up.
Girl.
God. Alright, fair enough.
We will get to Constance's role in just a moment. Mr. Smith, on the television, the news program has switched. They're talking about a recent string of murders now.
Oh. Do they involve stabbing and giggling?
Yes, actually.
Son of a bitch.
Talking about it seems like it may be a return of this serial killer the news has taken to calling Babbler.
Yeah, that's Babbler.
Are you going to, report this to anyone?
I can get on my comm and say, does anyone remember the crazy stab clown?
That's a joke, right? You think
No.
I could forget that?
The point stands. I think he's still at large and doing more stab. Considering he's in the news and they mention it's a return of a notorious killer or something, so he may be in operation longer than we thought. Maybe vanished for a bit, maybe returned.
Find out where.
Well, I know where the murderers are, if that helps, but I don't know where
Yes.
he is.
No,
Alright,
we have to look into it.
Fair enough. He pokes. I poke Constance.
Yes.
Yes.
Could you do me a favor and memorize where the location, well, at least the addresses of where they're mentioning the murders? It doesn't have to be super specific.
Okay. So we'll look at the TV screen and hopefully it's still there.
Yeah, no, they're playing it on repeat, pretty obviously. But as for your role...
So this would be spaced out. I don't think it has to be literally you're talking to one person for an hour. So
Yeah, no, it's just talking to people, and yeah.
Mhm.
It's devoting time to just meandering socially.
You give Kaylee enough time, she could spend an hour in this area.
Are you going to ask any specific questions?
No.
Okay. Well, there hasn't been much going on in the area besides the thing you already have information of, which is why did that apartment building suddenly get wrecked one day? Besides that, they talk about what's on the news. For example, the whole thing with Babbler does come up, but nothing more than what you get off the news for it.
Okay.
Yes, Miss Murphy, pick out clothes.
I can pretty much say whatever, but
How much of it is
Good.
pink?
Oh, that's not her.
How much of it is purple?
She probably shows up to the counter in, purple shirt, new leather coat, pleated skirt, like looking more or less like a punk schoolgirl. Because she is.
How much of a wardrobe are we going for? Like 2 changes
Oh yeah,
of clothes,
there's
or
a stack of like.
so like enough clothes to say.
She's holding it at torso, and it's like at her chin or above.
Ah, okay. So I'm clearly paying for you to live with me now. Gotcha. I mean, that's what amount of clothes you'd buy if you were going to go live with fucking someone. So
Where is the hyphen in that sentence?
nowhere. Why?
Oh, God. Well, assuming Mr. Smith pays for that without complaining.
He looks at the pile, tries to find her in the pile, realizes she's under the pile, it's not just an animate pile of clothing, and just looks very baffled. I rip through my own clothes, and I own maybe 5 suits, give or take. What is this?
Clothing?
Yes, I have clarified that I literally destroy my clothing, and yet I need no more than 5 at any given point.
Yeah, just buy them. I don't have time to explain it. The testosterone poisoned.
I have that.
You're a
yes.
dude. Just go.
Actually, I'm genderless, but all right.
Yeah, I've seen you naked. You're not.
Oh, that. No, I could have anything down there. If I wanted to have I don't know.
Moving on.
I don't want to know.
Technically speaking, I should have a cloaca, but...
Moving on.
Ew.
Though I don't. I could. I pay for the things. While still discussing that in like a normal speaking tone, so, feel free to stare at me all you want.
Yes, the cashier is staring at you.
I have the money on the counter. Is something wrong?
Look, we're in the same production. Just ignore us.
It takes another minute and a half of staring before they finally start bringing up clothes.
Is the staring just something... Like he's just sort of leaned aside and talking, probably to Constance. Is the staring just something people do? I get it a lot, and it's starting to become a pattern.
They stare when it's something unusual, so you are unusual.
That is fair.
Right.
Wait, how much for pants? I'm sorry, they're pants. I could literally go and, weave them myself if I really needed to. Why are we being charged as much?
Just don't look at the underwear then.
Underwear? What is it not? That you wear under your clothing? What the flying hell? It looks like a harness. Like someone's gonna, saddle you up and take you out to the west.
Now
I'm
the
gonna be
cashier's
outside.
laughing, so they're not staring as much.
Oh, God. At that point, the blushing teenager just kind of runs out for...
And she has retreated in horror. Alright then. My job as surrogate father completed. I am going to pay for it, but I'm going to do so under the confusion and protest of a man who doesn't get this.
The cashier just continues to give you a weird look. And it's a she.
That
Still stands.
Still stands.
But they are laughing instead of staring at this point, so...
Human saddles. Who buys those? Apparently I'm buying a human saddle. Wait, how much is that stuff? It's not even like a fucking... You know what? I'm not going to question it. Apparently the less clothing there is, the more expensive it is.
Once you're done and head outside...
I'm carrying fucking 10 bags.
Constance. Something looks off.
What kind of off?
Is it a light?
You're not even sure. You're looking at the environment, and you know something has changed in it, but for whatever reason, when you try to catalog it, it doesn't come up.
I will mention this.
Oh, I smell the air. Anything? Anything that's not human sweat and fast food, because I know those are every fucking where.
No, besides some, weird human sweat that's still within the bounds of human sweat, no.
Weird how? Just
As in, it's just someone who stinks.
Oh, okay, you're just a smelly man. Alright. No particular oil or gunpowder smells?
Nope.
Shrug. Done what I do. Nothing that sets me off. As Warp? Where's Warp?
I assume she's just waiting outside? Yeah.
Well, we just walked outside, so if you're right there, then...
I'm just making sure nothing happened in the meantime.
Yeah,
Nope.
Mugged, yeah. Do you detect anything? I'm picking up nothing but the usual human... musk. I'm going to use the word musk.
You again.
What would you rather me use, Funk?
Musk
Stench?
just sounds... Ugh.
Well, so does stench. As
You could just go
stench,
with
and I had
smell.
another one.
She gets a
Smell?
little far off look for a second. She's feeling.
No gravitational anomalies.
Yeah, you sure you're just not being paranoid? I kind of got that way a little bit.
Oh, no,
People chasing you around.
Trust me, you are, the phrase, preaching to the priest. I am extremely paranoid. I'm actually just going to take a good old-fashioned look around if I can find my skill.
I know that something's off. I know that my eyes aren't lying to me.
Here we go, investigation, perception, here we are.
Well, I mean, all the movies, they try not to let them know something's off. Maybe we should not stand here gawking?
I immediately start gawking and looking around to see whatever the hell's setting you off.
Damn it.
Well done. But unfortunately, you see nothing.
Should
At that point, he
we...
just shrugs and goes, if I can't smell it and I can't see it, I cannot do more than what I am doing.
Should we just break it off and go back to HQ, or...
Better idea. I get on the horn. Avery, if you're there...
Avery will not be there. Avery
Avery's a
cannot
ghost.
carry one.
That's right, I keep forgetting that for some strange... Sorry, Roberts, that's it. Robert, it's, be aware that we might be being watched, pursued, or otherwise suddenly engaged. Please have a rescue on standby, or at the very least, a portal, or... What is it again? Yanking us through time and space to the power of Ghost Child? Just that.
She's been ready to grab you since the moment you left.
Yeah, I know, just like... There might be interference for all we know at this stage, so just on your toes.
Hey, there an alley nearby?
Sure.
We're in Chicago, this alley's literally every direction.
Let's give her my clothes. At least she
Good
doesn't
idea.
have her hands free.
Yeah, fair. And to be honest, I don't want to know what happened if I would transform him while holding them.
I get very upset.
Says... You know what? That's fair.
I assume you're tucking into an alley to get Frechette
The clothes,
to come and
yeah.
take the clothes.
Yes.
This can be done without much consequence.
Good. I have no idea where you're going to put them. I suppose
Somewhere.
if you put them in my apartment, I would have space. I always wondered why the closet was always so large.
I think we can get some drawers in the base.
I suppose if there's enough of them.
Concealing clothes?
Isn't sleight of hand what you do to put something down and, like, hide it from someone? Didn't you say put it down in the alley?
No, we're giving it to Teleporty Girl.
We are not stuffing her
Oh.
shirts down our shirts. We're literally warping them out of reality.
Sorry, my bad.
It's okay. Easy misunderstanding. So once they're away, I guess we'll just emerge.
Onwards to Constance's apartment.
More or less.
Mhm. And
If they're ready
we'll
for
be-
us, they're no less ready for us than they were an hour ago.
Yeah,
Has
I'll be
Tyler
keeping an eye
returned
out.
yet?
Not yet.
Maybe his baby's on fire. I don't know.
I certainly hope not.
It could be a pyrokinetic baby. You don't know. You don't know.
Would anyone like to field the counter-argument to that?
No, he's probably right.
Okay. Moving on. As you approach the apartment, Constance,
Yeah?
something continues to feel off.
Something continues to feel off.
We're probably being followed. He says nonchalantly. Is this
Well-
not the first time you've been pursued?
Honestly, no. But
Well, then
we'll
let me
see.
educate you. Generally speaking, when you are
It is not my first time. is what I said.
Oh, I thought. Sorry, my mistake. This is the
Well,
observation phase where they just stalk us creepily, trying to build a combination of paranoia and tension to catch us off guard.
Have you
I'm
been
a
reading
detective.
books?
I read a lot of books, but I mostly read comic books because they're closer to my life than not.
That explains so much.
I like Venom. I like Venom a lot.
We're
The
moving
symbiote,
on.
not the Eddie Brock or any of those humans. I like the symbiote.
Yeah, try not to eat my brain.
Why would I?
Let's keep quiet and keep moving.
Well, you lead the way. Which reminds me, why am I buying human saddles? Are you going somewhere?
Oh my god, they're not...
Well, then what are they?
Moving on.
Avery,
Yes?
you have finally spotted the three of them approaching the apartment building.
Excellent.
It
With
took
our
them a
luck-
while.
With our luck, what he hears is human saddle.
Probably, yes. You'll notice that Miss Murphy is in some new clothes.
Okay. Clearly they did not belong to any emperors, so...
Roll me a perception.
Sure.
Yeah, there is something wrong with the situation, but you're not sure what.
Let's see here. That's Gnarl. That's Hansy. That's... Okay, they're different clothes. That might mean a different person. Do they look nervous? Do they look they're hurrying? Do they?
Mildly so.
Warp's blushing and annoyed.
I'm not sure I
Siren.
can tell blushing from the 6th floor.
I don't know. She's blushing pretty fucking hard.
The skin's starting to match the hair.
Well, again, from the 6th floor, those two are indistinguishable. Unless she's going to start lensing her surroundings towards the red, I'm not sure I can see it.
Give
You
me
know, we're
time.
approaching that.
Having found nothing interesting in the apartment, I presume?
Nothing of interest to you.
Okay. Avery will start casually drifting through the other apartments on that floor and just check them for anything hinky.
Well, the first one has a guy reading a book.
Which book?
Moby Dick.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
okay,
a
that's,
book.
that's definitely a spy.
People do like the book.
Besides, we've established that it's not spies, it's Obermensch that like Moby Dick.
Mm-hmm. Next apartment you float out of quickly after seeing what was going on in the bedroom.
Okay.
Does he, though?
Well, does he?
Well, obviously there's nothing interesting going on for him, so moving on to the next. I mean, unless it's an exorcism,
Could it be confused as one for a minute?
that's up to Ian.
There are no holy implements involved.
Yet.
What about unholy implements?
I'm
But
kind of
does
a
a-
walking one.
The
But
power
does a
of Christ
paddle with
compels
air
you.
holes count as a holy instrument?
And I will.
The other three. Are you going to climb the stairs or take the elevator?
Yeah, other three folks. Never mind. Carry on. Thought you meant
Yes.
other three apartments.
No.
I'm taking the stairs.
I'm walking up the stairs.
Longingly look at the elevator, sigh, follow.
You can fly if you want to.
Seriously.
That makes her lazy with walking.
This is true. So if you're not going to explain to me the whole human saddle situation, can you at least explain to me the purpose of wearing clothes that are very much not covering anything?
Maybe afterward, not right now.
Maybe
It's
not
not coming up to her
afterward.
knee.
It looks nice, damn it.
I cannot judge that. It's colorful. I like that.
Constance,
Hmm.
I need an actual perception from you and not your default. If I'm not mistaken, that is slightly better than your default, right?
Yep. Default is, 10, so...
Mm-hmm. So Mr. Smith just nodded as part of his speaking.
Mm-hmm.
His shadow didn't move.
Okay, I'm stopping.
I bump into you and go, "Oi." What does it matter?
Is there anyone around? Like, do I see anybody?
You have just arrived on your own floor, so at the moment, no.
I'm going to lean in and whisper very quietly into his ear that his shadow is not moving.
You're not... Okay, at that, Mr. Smith turns, raises his foot, and axe kicks his shadow.
Oh, hell.
Your foot hits the ground.
Okay, what the fuck?
He grunts. Alright. There's not an invisible foe there. Shadow, explain yourself.
Did the shadow move when you did that?
Yes. Everyone roll perception.
Exact same result.
Even Avery, actually, roll perception.
Well, I rolled a 1, so I'm just going to axe kick my shadow again.
Die, shadow!
Yes, everyone but Mr. Smith can hear this. There's some faint giggling on the air.
Oh, no.
Oh, for fuck.
I'm gonna activate my power.
So you all... What's wrong? What's going on?
Warp's gonna just, like, throw distance between herself and everyone else and shields up.
So I can see concealed things now. Is there anything there?
Not right now. Might have been a minute ago. Avery, will you do anything?
Pardon me. Yeah, hearing a giggling emanating from somewhere in the building, Avery will go looking for that giggling.
Sure.
Because that won't backfire.
Totally. Why would it ever backfire?
Help us.
Well, he wasn't watching that newscast down there. He doesn't know that the giggler is still, on the rage.
True.
Yes. Miss Murphy, the staircase is, well, you just came off the staircase, so unless you went back onto it.
Well, she was behind everyone, so she just literally kicked off backwards, floated, and turned on her...
Yeah, you probably
bubble.
mulched a bit of the walls.
Because she can't do that next to anyone, so...
Yeah, you wrecked a bit of the walls.
He just looks around confused and goes, "What? Explain. Someone.
Okay,
Somewhere."
you didn't hear that?
No. I was busy kicking my shadow.
Yeah. Guess who's here?
Predicium?
Yeah, you wish.
Who's worse than... Oh, fuck me.
So, this is something that I've gone over with Kaylee in the past. I've never seen the person, but I know about him, right?
Sure.
Because she brought me up to
Kaylee
speed.
would have brought it up with
Yes,
her
no,
mental.
you know who this is. You just wouldn't recognize him
That being
immediately
said,
on
most
seeing
of that mental her memories are, oh god, rats, blood, blood, blood.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, that was a good day.
No.
It totally was, though.
So, I see two choices. Either we go and quickly check my apartment, or we just quit right here.
Are you kidding? No, we find this.
Considering
How do you
he
know-
has murdered people, I personally dislike him, and combined with the fact that if we just leave him here, $2 trillion says he's going to write very lewd and rude things all over your stuff, I vote we find him and bend him into a pretzel that he can't squirm his way out of.
I assume you kind of like your neighbors?
That too, yes, that. He may or may not stab your neighbors a lot, possibly in the liver.
Point
Mr.
taken.
Mr. Smith.
Hmm.
I need first a perception from you.
Okay. I see nothing.
Yes, well done. You don't get to make the second roll here. A cake has just materialized and hit you in the face.
I eat it.
Feel free to eat what is left of the cake after it impacted on your face.
I mean, yeah, it's in my face. Face cake.
It actually came on a plate. On the bottom of the plate, there's some writing.
Well, as I'm chewing on cake, what's it say?
I was expecting that sentence to end bomb, not writing.
Me too, that's why I'm curious.
It turns out it's not actually writing. It's scribbles, it's drawings, but there's no words involved.
Is it a big middle thinker?
Is it a
No.
picture of him slapping you with a cake? Because I already got the point.
Actually, yes, that is on there. But there's also a picture of the roof of the building and a smiling clown waving from on top of it.
Oh, apparently Giggler, Gaggler, Babbleface is upstairs on the ceiling. Or roof, pardon. And would like to, I don't know, possibly get turned into a pretzel, because that's my intention. I don't know, I'm
He's
not
a cake
complaining.
man.
It's not a bad cake.
Well, shall we go to the roof then?
Munch, munch, munch.
Constance, can you see if you can poke your head out, see if you find Avery?
If he's around, I can see him because my power is active.
Can you see through walls?
No.
Avery, will you be investigating the noises from over there at this point?
Well, if that giggling was soon followed by raised voices and the thwacking of boots on stairs, possibly.
Yes. And also the sound of someone getting hit with a cake.
Well, that's more of a whoosh splash.
Yes.
Doesn't make very much noise. It's just a distinctive one.
I assume you will investigate.
He will wander over stairwards, yes.
Someone's tired.
Sorry.
Alright.
It's not exhaustion, it's I'm very bad at breathing.
I know feel. I know how to feel.
Breathing's hard.
Once I
sucks.
see him, I'll go reach out and touch him so I can telepathically communicate the problem.
Avery attempts to dodge.
Roll
God
dodge.
damn it.
Dodge.
Please hold. My dodge is +0.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Well, this was inevitable.
Avery, you've been touched. Constance, Will.
Isn't
nothing
the
that-
ghost hands not her
yeah,
body?
ghost hands doesn't apply.
Are they extensions of yourself, or are they objects or implements you wield?
The thing is, 1 second, I'm going to pull it up.
This may not be something answered in the description of.
Your limbs are merely a projection of your power rather than an extension of your body. Quote.
Okay.
Psychic manifestation, not her physical form.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't know if that matters, though.
I don't either.
The way Avery's is written, if he touches someone, probably best interpretation of what I did intend is if his soul and someone else's overlap even briefly, he gets sucked in.
Yes, which, from my reading of everything, shows Constance's hands are very much a mental part of her.
Mm-hmm.
If they have feedback, then he should get sucked in. If they do not, then he probably should not.
They don't have feedback?
Nope.
I imagine that makes it very hard to use them.
You probably get used to it, same way you would like a fake arm. Because folk with replacement limbs, yeah, the reaction speed isn't like the same you would if you put your hand on a stove, but they still can jerk away.
They're a create object thing, right?
No, this is literally an extra on the extra arms power. Page 108 if you want to look it up in the book.
I have not a physical copy of the book. I do have the SRD.
Yeah, so just go to the extra limbs page.
Extra limbs general. Projection. They're not eligible for innate. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that would. There is no necessity for feedback or anything in there. So yes, I suspect that would let you simply grapple, Avery.
Yes, and I do have a Vex Incorporeal because that's important too.
ghost arms.
Yes, so touch, telepathically communicate what's going on.
Boom.
Ah! Avery panics and struggles.
I communicate, like, what is the
It does not matter
wiring?
what you're communicating. He will absorb that information later. Right now, you're freaking him out because this is not within his realm of experience.
Once he starts struggling a lot, I'll probably let go.
He disappears a short way down the hallway on the floor he was on.
Does he rub his
I will
shoulders and go,
relay
unclean, unclean?
I beg pardon?
Does he rub his shoulders?
Not Odin.
Yeah, I will relay this to the others that I tried to contact him and he ran away.
Could you maybe just talk next time?
It would have been faster if I did it the other way.
Well,
I
normally
transmitted
I
the
am full in
information,
agreement.
it's up to him to process it.
I am in full agreement of using the most expedient way, except when it comes to touching when they don't want touch.
Fuck it. Avery! Roof! And then she just stairs. The stairs go up to the frickin' roof.
Yes, they do.
Right behind.
Though, be careful how close you hover to the stairs.
Walk like a person.
If I walk like a person, then the stairs go bye-bye.
Then stop doing that.
I don't want to get fucking stabbed.
Then stand behind me.
I don't
I
think
will
that
let
matters.
you go first.
I'm fairly certain it does. Unless you think Constance is going to stab you. Constance, are you going to stab her?
I
I've
presume
had enough
all
of
of
being
this
stabbed already.
conversation is while you guys are walking?
Yes,
Yes.
he'll drop it. God.
Okay.
This... 5 seconds later, she's stabbed.
Trust me, I will take the first stab.
On your way
Pretty sure he doesn't care about walking.
On your way up, Miss Murphy.
Uh-huh.
Roll me perception.
I'm getting stabbed.
You actually succeeded.
Does her shadow have a knife?
Me?
She gets a dodge against the cake made of knives.
No, knives made of cake. It's a happy story, damn it.
Yes, do roll your dodge.
Hold on. Oh wait, no, defensive roll was toughness. Okay.
You have successfully dodged a cake that fell out of the roof and almost landed on your head.
Oh, hey, more cake.
Insert surprise screeching. What?
That's not really screeching, but good
That's
try.
not screeching, no. Moving on.
I assume you're just going to continue to the roof, or are you going to check the cake tin?
I'm gonna check the cake tin.
I can reach and grab it with my hand.
I'm not staying in this goddamn trap any longer than possible. She's just gonna walk past them.
Yeah, I have 60-foot reach, so I can grab it on the.
I'm gonna follow Warp then while you grab it.
I lied. I don't have 60. I have 120. Jesus Christ.
On the
Why,
bottom
though?
On the bottom of the cake tin, there's the same message of him being on the roof and him trying to hit someone with the cake, except there's also a frowny face.
I will relay this to the group.
Yeah, hurry up before he does something worse.
I'm gonna roll an insight check to see if there's anything I can detect from that frowny face, like context.
Go right ahead. Your best guess is it's actually a frowny face because he missed.
Okay. Also, that's the wrong modifier. That should be 4 higher.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Avery, are you going to go to the roof?
After some seconds to gather himself, he makes his way upwards to the roof the short way.
Yes, the much shorter way, which is why you will arrive before any of them. One moment. Yes, so Avery, you will arrive on the roof. The roof is empty.
It is so empty that the stream can see nothing.
Really? I moved everyone to there.
To the right map, did you then control left to center? There we go.
We in Japan?
We might be.
Yep.
The roof tiles are a thing.
Not on skyscrapers or any building in Chicago I know of that isn't in the suburb.
It's a stylistic thing. So I'm guessing this is a depressed section in between.
Yes.
Okay.
This is an overhang. The
Just
door
like a
is under
moon.
there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's the moon.
It is not the moon.
The coffins aren't here, and there's not a giant bloodstain.
Yes. Yes, let's go for those jokes. Yeah.
Do I see anyone else on this rooftop?
No, at least not until the door opens a little bit later, and the other three are on the roof.
Kaylee's leading the charge.
The roof is empty.
Do I see anyone?
No. Well, you see Avery.
Oh, what
but...
the hell?
Have I mentioned this is probably a trap? I'm looking into it because that's my decision. I don't know why you two are. Like I said, I want to turn him into a pretzel.
How?
I have it, so I don't know what's wrong with your end.
I'm not the one in control
There.
of it. I haven't changed my name in like a year and a half.
Yeah,
I know.
At this point, I'm guessing there is some interesting bug going on with the permission model, not specific to you. It just happens to have landed on you.
Well, we can always talk about that later. In any case, you should have control now. Don't go crazy. Everyone give me a perception. Trap finding.
Well, I mean,
I
I said it was a trap, and that's what he's doing.
Avery is actually the only one to notice. There is some movement on the roof above Mr. Smith.
What kind of movement?
You can't actually tell. Something is moving, but as soon as you look at it, your eyes don't want to look there anymore.
He doesn't have eyes. He has ghost eyes.
They're still eyes, or at the very least, they look like eyes.
Avery, what does your ghost eyes see?
Thank you.
He will wave at Constance and then make a part or split motion.
Avery wants us to split up.
I have split up.
Mr. Smith,
Hmm.
I need one more perception from you.
You're his favorite.
You have failed. Congratulations. But you haven't
Okay.
failed too badly, so please roll me a dodge.
Okay.
Eventually, it's not going to be a cake, it's going to be an anvil.
And
Just
then
for the record.
Well,
Yay.
it's not an anvil.
That is correct. Yeah.
Mr. Smith, your vision suddenly goes dark.
Oh no.
To everyone
What?
else, Babbler has landed on the roof. He has dropped a bag over Mr. Smith's head.
I don't get the joke.
I'm going to assume everyone's going to immediately be hostile unless we need to roll initiative.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's just a agility check?
Unless you
It's an
have
initiative
additional...
check.
Yeah. Your agility is factored into it, but yes.
There are other factors you can use to change it, of course, but unless you have one of them, it's just agility. Murphy's on point today.
Not quite on point enough to go first, unfortunately.
I expect one of Babbler's many advantages over us is sheer speed.
Yes,
Fucking speedster.
but I can't give you the actual number.
I'm well aware of that. Don't worry, I'm sure it's very low if I've broken both his legs.
Yeah, it's like an old school RPG. It's just nines
Max
repeating.
damage. I love that, by the way. And those ones are just like, screw it, max damage.
Highest number a computer can handle.
Well, highest number a computer using binary coded decimal can handle.
Oh, pull your big brain away. We're battling a fucking evil clown.
So yes, Babbler has stuffed Mr. Smith's head into a sack.
Hooray.
Mr. Smith, your vision starts to clear inside the sack.
Hooray.
Your head is surrounded by cake.
Hooray.
Cake is now being launched at your head.
Don't really care, it's cake. I might catch some of them in my mouth, because cake.
Except as the first cake impacts, the second one impacts a bit harder.
Okay.
It's not hard enough to hurt, but it's only like 2 cakes later, you can't see anymore.
I don't need to see, but okay.
Mm-hmm. We'll get on to that. Sir Babbler, he just sort of shakes the sack and giggles.
I hear that.
Oh, so he's just Ian.
Hey.
Hi.
Did I actually hear that giggle, though? This is important.
Yes, you did.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Miss Murphy.
I'll be fine. Scion crushes ass.
Yeah, screw it. I mean, she will throw a singularity right at him.
Okay.
Since it doesn't really affect the big guy, so...
Couldn't care less. In fact, I'll probably be the brick this guy dies on. I'm happy with that.
Well, he gets his dodge, so...
Yes, his dodge is rather good.
Mm-hmm.
He does have a good dodge. I mean, that's kind of the speedster's thing. They're squishy, but you have to get past their decent, no-touch-me defenses.
Yes, what is the DC of this?
Rank 11. For
So,
Avery, just
21.
10? Yeah.
He actually did not make it this time, if only barely.
Ah. And now he will become the paste. I mean, he was already pasty. Hoi, 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 hoi.
So yeah, damage effect 11. Technically, he's moved towards the center, which at this point is just kind of a stumble.
Yes, so rank 11 damage, you said?
Mm-hmm. Penetrating.
Gotta check his one thing. It does come into effect. Yes. So, Babbler gets pulled towards the middle of that thing, and suddenly gets crushed up into a tiny little ball, spurts with blood, and explodes. And then you hear more giggling, and he just sort of appears where he was standing a moment ago.
What the fuck?
What happened?
She's just gonna go ahead and back up into the air.
Okay. Avery. That was an interesting sight.
Indeed. Alright. I've got 2 things to try, and I'm going to try the one that I think has better odds of working first.
Okay.
Avery sees Babbler, sees that Mr. Smith is, well, still flailing, presumably. You know, it's not like his head was bitten clean off or anything, right?
I'm not flailing. I literally just have my hands rolled behind my back, bored. I got a sack over my head and have the anvil fall on me.
These are not mutually exclusive.
Fair enough, but I did not, so I'm acting like someone put a bag over my head suddenly, just kind of annoyed.
Okay. Avery is going to look up and say, Frechette, do you happen to still have one of those Prejudicium agents I brought home? One of the ones who still had his sidearm in escrow somewhere. If special delivery's possible, I'd appreciate it.
The hell, this is fucked up. You're dropping people down like they're skin suits. What the fuck?
Well, you don't get an answer immediately, so we'll be back to that.
And he will begin circling around to just to be not in the way if Constance decides to do anything freaky, which, in his opinion, seems to be her retinue.
Mr. Smith.
So, funny thing. He's been giggling like an asshole, right?
That is his whole thing, yes.
So I know that he's there.
Sure.
Neat. I'm going to power punch him out of existence now. See, funny thing, I decided to pay for certain things when I punch things, and one of those was ignoring concealment and cover. So I'm now going to punch him really fucking hard. So bag or no bag, asshole, I'm punching you. Let's see here. How doth punch work again? Right. So it's that and that. So, question is how... Well, he's not that tough, so I'll leave power attack at home and go for precise. You literally watch one do so. It's right there. Right, because I'm in this form, a little different, so give me a sec. Sorry, it's been a while since I punched anything, which is surprising to say. Where is it? What the hell? Okay, just gonna ignore that for now. Actually, yeah, let's go over power, so this will be at this. Okay, that.
Okay,
Parry.
make me a will save.
Okay. Good lord, I'm not used to this at all. Will is there it is. 11. That.
Hooray, you actually succeeded.
Yay, me.
Which is too bad. It'd be really funny otherwise.
Probably, yes. So that's 26 versus his parry.
Let's see if he succeeds on this again.
Active? Weird. Normally it's a... Alright.
Yeah, he's gonna get that. And that's gonna happen. Lovely.
Really, active parry? I don't remember... Well, it's...
No, he has a special thing.
Okay, I'm just trying to, like,
This is Babbler's special brand of bullshit.
Okay.
To everyone watching, Mr. Smith punches out and takes Babbler's head clean off his shoulders, which it flies into the distance.
Did I
And
get
then
him?
he stands up again and still has a head, and he smiles happily.
So, buy that power that removes illusions. Got it.
Did I get him?
We don't know.
What do I roll to not want to vomit? Ew.
I'm
Pretty sure
surprised
there is
still
a
had-
roll for that.
I was kind of expecting his head to explode like a melon and like the trap his head to go that way and just slowly blow one up like a new head, like a balloon. Whatever. I can't
Constance.
see any of it. I just see cake.
You do just see cake. Yes, Constance, before you actually continue, you get assessment.
Yeah.
Why do I have close combat on my sheet like listed 4 times? What's going on?
I don't know. Why
Yeah,
do
I'm
you?
looking. This is why I hate using these things.
You do not learn anything. On the plus
Okay.
side, I don't get to lie to you.
Okay. Yeah, I would expect that his deception's pretty high, so.
Yeah.
Skull Hat, the reason it's listed 4 times is that you can see close combats, you specialize in weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't have. I only have the one with unarmed, and the others are just random close combat, 4 no ranks, +4 final, and just over and over. Just so those are empty spaces for when if I pick them. Okay, I get it now.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So, I'll be trying a mind control effect, I guess, since damage doesn't seem to be working.
Oh boy.
So I need to make, regular attack check first. I'm just checking the rules on it. Yep, okay. Okay, and that has multi-attack, so, actually I forget how multi-attack works.
When you
I
are
know-
fighting one target, the more
I
they
kn-
fail by, the slappier it gets.
Yeah, I just don't remember how it's scaled.
It's
If
plus
you-
2 and then +5.
Yep. If you have
Plus
one
2
or
for 2 degrees of success and plus 5 for 3 or more. So how many
Yes.
degrees of success?
2.
Okay, so it's rank 11 power plus 2, so DC 23.
Yep.
Yeah.
And will, obviously.
Mm-hmm. There is a backlash on this, though.
Is there?
From
Battler.
him, specifically. Ooh,
He
you're not going to
did.
get anything to begin with, because he rolled a nat 20 on his will defense.
Okay. Do the limbs not protect me?
Depends. Do you feel anything from the limbs? You don't,
No.
right?
I don't.
Well, they shudder, which they shouldn't, but they do, and that's all that happens.
Okay, moving on.
Yes, nat 20s are nat 20s.
Yep.
Babbler, before he even has a chance to babble about anything, pulls the sack off of Mr. Smith's head.
Thank you for the cake.
Mr. Smith's head now resembles a cake.
You mean more than it did already?
I don't know that, so I'm still thanking him for the cake.
I mean, like, his head looks like a cake with pink frosting.
More than it did already?
Yes, more than it did already.
Alright. I don't have any mirrors, so I don't know.
Yes, Mr. Smith cannot actually see anything. Or speak, even.
Oh, so I try and say something and nothing happens?
If you try and say something, your lips don't move.
Hmm. Ho hum diddly dum.
Oh, it's so good to see all my fans again. He had the tone of joy of saying my name. See, and then I got to follow you around all day. That was fun.
I would say good to know, then punch him, but I can't talk right now.
No, you cannot. Constance.
Yeah.
You have a crazy clown running at you.
Oh, goody.
He's going to swing his sack at your face.
Oh, good.
Also, he'll use the one in his hand.
Yes. As he swings it, the sack will change shape into a giant rubber mallet.
That's what I figured.
Except as it approaches you, the giant rubber mallet grows spikes.
Jerk.
Okay.
How bad could rubber spikes be?
Does he hit? He does not. He actually rolled badly enough.
Yay.
Congratulations. You don't get your head impaled as he manages to crack the ground with it.
Good.
Hey, dodging is my shtick. Stop with the dodging. Let me hit you.
Maybe you just suck and you missed.
Oh, we're going to have fun together, you and I. I'm going to stick so many spikes in every single little part of you.
Miss Murphy.
I'll pass.
I don't want to.
I mean, you could always just fly off and leave them to their fate.
Don't tempt me. Let's see, because just straight up hitting him did not help.
I have a plan, and no one is going to like my plan. But it makes sense.
Goodbye, her apartment again.
No. Well, maybe. Probably. But
Hold
we'll
on.
get to that.
Odin, what do you say?
My apartment.
And we check that off our list. Continue.
Yeah, okay. For better or worse. She's gonna try to hit him again, mostly to move him away.
Yes, your beautiful translucent face. Is Avery affected by gravity? No, of course he isn't.
Is that
Of
ghost?
course, he is not.
He only is if he thinks he's supposed to be at any given time. He's a ghost.
So Babbler suddenly launches into the air, slams into the middle of that, and then bounces right off the roof.
Bye.
He's giggling the entire way down.
Complete with boing.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that ruins my plan.
I hate him.
Avery! You have an express delivery on its way. Give me 1 second here.
Just flop corpse. Alright then.
What's even better is that no one else is aware that that was possibly going to happen.
I know, it's just gonna be pow. Alright.
And a body drops out of the sky.
What?
If I could see, I'd blame Babbler.
Is this one of the ones who appears as he appears to?
Yes.
Does he have a sidearm or said rifle?
He has said rifle.
Okay. In full expectation that Babbler is only gone for the moment, Avery will step aboard his ride.
Mr. Smith,
Okay,
you can't see anything but cake.
I understand that. I'm going to assume when I attempt to wipe it off, nothing happens.
It's a very tough cake. You can get it off, but you will have to physically pull at it for at least an entire turn.
That's better than what I was going to do. Does point at it for an entire turn, though, actually remove it.
It'll remove enough of it for you to see. The cake feels more like really thick concrete.
I really want to do a thing, but if it comes off normally, it's not worth doing. So if it comes off normally, I'll just get myself to coming off normally.
Okay, you have pulled off enough to see. Yes, it is a fruitcake. Well done. Constance! You just saw an insane clown bounce off a roof.
Actually, good question. My face was a cake. What the hell does that mean when I pull enough off to see?
A very good question if anyone wants to take a look at Mr. Smith. But I think everyone's a bit preoccupied with the clown that flew off the roof.
Yeah. Is there a guard action? There is a guard action, isn't there?
I believe so.
Oh yes, there's a... you decide to do defensive, yeah. Just a +2 all around.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
The better version's a +5.
Miss Murphy. A circular black disc appears in the sky above you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Taya will be gone for a moment. And Babbler comes falling out of it,
Yep.
giggling the entire way. I'm gonna hug you! And he's going to try to do just that.
No!
He is, though.
No!
Except he rolled horribly. So he actually just falls next to you and lands on the ground with a splat.
Okay.
He's actually completely flat at the moment.
Don't need to hyperventilate.
Roll me a perception. You notice there's an anvil falling out of the hole after him.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Roll me a dodge. This is an area. You succeeded on your dodge. If barely. So
So Nano goes thunk on top of a babbler and we all laugh
yeah,
at him.
roll toughness.
Oh, right, because it still hits unless you have, right?
Because as that anvil drops, it is suddenly a lot bigger than an anvil should be.
Does it land on Babbler? Please tell me it lands on Babbler.
Now you have a shield right now, don't you?
Nope. No, her right now, almost all of her defensive, like her toughness, is technically a defensive roll. So she's just moving out of the way.
Yeah, lucky for you, that dodge is enough to have it to the point where you don't get a wound. Or a bruise. Is it wound or bruise? I forget.
One on her
Bruise.
toughness without a defensive roll? 2.
Heh.
So you manage to roll out of the way of the anvil that promptly lands on Babbler's head.
Ha! Actually, because I can see now, Mr. Smith does bark a laugh.
There's some muffled babbling out from under the anvil. Miss Murphy!
Shields up. She's flying over here and putting up her shield.
Okay. And I believe Tayo is not back yet. So we must sit and do the waitings for a little while. So yes, everyone give a warm round of applause for the return of Babbler.
I'm perfectly happy with the anvil landing on his head as my substitute.
You missed him.
I did, yes.
He hasn't even gotten to his good stuff yet. For the record, Mr. Smith's eyes currently look like cherries.
Oh, for...
Okay, so my face is still cake.
Your face is cake, yes.
Good to know, I have a
More
plan.
than it usually was.
I'm back.
Hurrah!
Yay.
It's your turn.
Alright, I see Babbler made an intrepid return.
Yes, he dropped out of the sky through a black disc, tried to bear hug Miss Murphy on the way down, missed. An anvil fell out after him, which she managed to dodge, and it has now landed on his head. He is currently a two-dimensional picture on the ground.
Really fucking funny.
Is he a two-dimensional picture under an anvil or just beside?
Under an anvil.
Okay.
So he probably counts as prone and probably has cover?
Yep.
Okay. Am I in control of Cavern
Yes.
Assault Agent 1?
He was unconscious, so yes.
Okay. Is he now conscious?
You are conscious.
Okay. Well, I probably need to use my move action to stand.
Yes.
Yes, and then I am going to ready a standard action to shoot at Babbler, whence he is no longer two-dimensional.
Sure. Mr. Smith.
Well, I don't know my head is cake, but I can see. Doop doo 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 doo. Take pose. Triple backflip, land on my feet on the anvil, and pile drive that anvil into the bottom floor.
Please make me a will save.
My
Sure.
apartment.
Thank you. Her apartment was right underneath it, of course.
I rolled a 1. Go
As
me.
Mr. Smith lands on that anvil, it becomes cake, and nothing happens.
God damn it. Why is
Well-
that the theme of this fight?
Now I'm waist high in cake. Yay.
Yes, you are now waist high in cake.
At this point, he just shrugs.
Constance.
I don't get the joke, but I think this is supposed to be funny.
And I'll ready an action to attack him when he comes out.
If this is some sort of affliction, I should be getting a
Oh
save
my
against
god,
it.
is it his birthday? If it's his birthday, that would be great.
I don't know, actually. I mean, it might be. He might know, but I do not know.
Do we defeat him by singing Happy Birthday?
I can try.
Suddenly, Babbler lunges up, knocking both Mr. Smith and the anvil off of him,
Ah,
and
Okay.
reveals that he is actually a wacky inflatable arm-waving tube man.
nice. I knew it.
Would that trigger the...
Yes, if
ready
you want
attack?
to fire at the wacky
Wacky.
arm-flailing inflatable tube man.
Now, as it's, I have the option to ready a standard action. Is the action that I took.
Mhm.
Does this prohibit me from taking a free action alongside it?
I don't think so.
The
I
Free
think
action
free
as in
actions-
speaking.
Oh, I'd say you could do that, sure.
Okay.
You got something witty?
Well, I have I have a theory to test. Is what's going on here.
Yeah.
Just a second. What am I doing trying to look this up? Ian, what kind of gun is this?
Not any kind of gun you know.
But it's probably an assault rifle?
It's an assault rifle. It's a gun designed to hurt Miss Murphy.
Oh, god damn, it's one of those.
Uh-huh.
Y'all
Oh,
just
dear.
sniff it over your knee.
Keep that away from me!
Does it appear to use bullets?
It uses bullets.
Okay, in that case, this should still work.
We're all waiting with bated breath.
Excuse me, sir, would you like to buy some magazines? And open fire.
Nice one.
Oh my god.
Well done. You have torn the wacky inflatable arm waving tube man to shreds. And the actual babbler,
Standing behind me.
With a
yes,
knife.
actually standing behind you.
With a knife.
No, he doesn't have a knife. He has his sack. He's going to giggle at the joke. Now I'm the only one funny here, but that was a good one, so I'll give you a present here. And he does give you a wrapped present.
It's a
more,
bomb.
More precisely, he shoves it into your arms,
Oh, it's a bomb.
and then he runs.
It is 1,000% a bomb.
Yes, I assume Constance is swinging at Babbler as he appears there because she would have sight of him.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that would hit.
So this would
does
be
his-
the regular damage one?
Mhm. Yeah,
This
he
one
just
also
dodges
has,
that
this
one.
has, okay.
Avery,
Yes,
your present is ticking.
of course it is.
We will get to that in a moment. Miss Murphy.
Finally, he's separate from everyone. Oh god, I have so many abilities.
Actually, just the most lethal and terrifying one.
Those haven't been working.
He's just the most comedic one.
I mean, you did kill him, technically.
Yeah, well, he's still here.
Kill him harder.
So, I'm gonna try hitting him with my affliction.
This is your heavy gravity field?
Correct.
Okay, well, he gets, it's still an area effect, so...
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad roll. What are the degrees on this?
Hindered, prone, and paralyzed with alternate resistance of strength.
Right. Then in that case... He is currently pinned to the ground and grumbling. He has not gone two-dimensional, though. He's just actually pinned to the ground.
That's a good start.
Avery, you have a present. Are you going to do anything with it?
How heavy is this present?
Like a really thick book.
Okay. With a running start, he is going to hurl it at Babbler while saying... There we go. While saying... You really need to introduce yourself properly with a disarming joke.
Oh my god.
At this point, he's just doing it for fun.
No, he isn't. And throw the package to Babbler.
Miss Murphy's going to be upset at you.
Yeah. Also,
Pack-
actually, how far is that gonna move?
I'm getting there. The package
Yeah.
sails through with no difficulties at all.
Hmm.
And, for whatever reason, Babbler is able to stand and catch it.
What?
A present for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. I'm so happy I had to open it right now. I have to open it right now.
God.
Mr. Smith.
I got nothing. Well, hold on, I got something. Mr. Smith appears to think and hold up a finger. He's like, you wouldn't want to spoil... No. I don't know how humor works, god damn it. March out. Dust off, well, try and get some of the cake off. At this point, I'm just going to chant your name every 2 minutes for the rest of my life and see which one of us dies first.
Oh, you're so kind.
Babbler.
You know,
Babbler.
rounds are in every 6 seconds, so you got a while there.
He shudders happily.
Ew.
Babbler.
Constance!
I'm gonna throw a lot of quick punches in his direction as a feint maneuver.
Okay.
That's
So that's a deception check. Just out of curiosity, does attractive help with this sort of deception check?
No, it does
Okay.
not.
Maybe if you showed him your inner organs.
I mean...
He finds disemboweled intestines very attractive.
Yes, he does.
That's a deception check.
No.
That is
This
opposed
is your
by
deception.
It's
That
the-
is you.
Go ahead.
That is your deception versus his deception.
Mm-hmm.
But he rolled very badly.
So is he vulnerable?
Yes.
Yeah, he's vulnerable to the end of my next round.
I guess your next attack.
Yeah.
Babbler will open his present. That he initially gave to Avery and has now been regifted.
Excellent.
He opens the present. He's actually silent for the first time in a while he's opening the present. Just sort of madly smiling. The present is about the size of a large book. And he pulls out a giant minigun from it.
Goody.
Neat.
And he turns to aim at Mr. Smith.
Cool.
It spins up and he starts firing, but it's not firing bullets.
Trying cake, isn't it?
It is firing cake.
Neat.
I need both Miss Murphy and Mr. Smith to make dodge checks.
Alright.
Mine's
Like a
slightly
code area.
improved now.
Miss Murphy is fine. Or at the very least, she'll likely be fine. Please roll me another dodge check, the both of you.
Natural 20.
Yeah, well done. You managed to get splattered in cake a bit, Mr. Smith, but nothing really seems to happen. And Miss Murphy manages to avoid most of the cake, and what cake does get close to her goes flying off in random directions. Because gravity. He pouts.
Why don't you want my cake? I spent so long working on it. Do you know how hard it is to get cake into a minigun?
Miss Murphy.
Damn you. You're breaking me slightly.
That is his job.
Sorry,
Well-
I missed the last couple seconds. What happened after he shot minigun cake?
He said another joke.
Good for him.
I guess I'm going to dismiss that, because that's not working.
It was working for a little bit.
I'm going to have to use a hero point to improvise something. I may need some help with this.
Okay.
I need to improvise, essentially, a combination move object grapple.
Alright.
I'm trying to hold him in the air.
There is something for that. Please hold.
So, like, force choke, or...
Not
Kind of.
exactly, but more like a whole body thing.
Yeah, there is exactly something for that. You just need to tweak its level and whatnot in the SRD. Just a moment. You are looking for snare. That is the only way for you to get a grab at range.
Gotcha.
I can get grabs at range.
You're doing melee at range.
Yeah. You've just extended the range of your close.
It's still at range.
Okay.
So let's see, that as written is 33. Then I can probably link it to the move object to hold him up in the air. I have 45 points to work with, so I think that's probably good enough to call it good.
Yeah, probably. Right, so you still need to hit with it, I believe.
Yeah.
You have hit.
And then he gets to resist with dodge.
1 degree leaves him hindered and vulnerable.
Well, he rolled a 3, so...
2 degrees is defenseless and immobilized.
Congratulations, you have set him to floating in the air.
Good thing I fainted in last turn.
It didn't do anything.
It only affects your attacks, not anyone else's.
I know. Just it. I would have done something else if I knew that was going to happen.
You didn't know it was going to.
Yep. So moving on.
He kind of
Go ahead.
He kind of struggles in the air. How are you doing this? Stop this. Let me down. Gravity works for me, not you.
Yeah, no. It's my bitch.
Avery.
The problem is, I am not yet sure whether or not, in fact, fighting him with his own medicine is having any results.
He's enjoying it.
He is enjoying it. The problem is, can we tell if that's a bad thing or not? No. But every... Alright. Avery's going to move a bit, gesture to Constance to like hold a hand out in stop or wait, and then ready again to shoot Babbler if he breaks those bonds. But he's doing nothing else. He's also going to gesture to Smith. Just stop, wait. Hopefully he can see him.
He can.
Okay. And then ready to shoot Babbler if he gets out of the wound, out of the binds.
Mr. Smith, you've been waved to wait.
I remove more cake from my face.
I need to make some kind of check here. Make me a perception and a dexterity check.
And dexterity, you say?
Uh-huh.
Alright. There you go.
To anyone watching, Mr. Smith currently has cherries instead of eyes, and he just accidentally pulled one out. Mr. Smith, you can now only see out of one eye.
At this point, I'm tired of this mess entirely. So I do what any sensible, well... Okay, he's gonna freak the fuck out of everyone, probably, but
You're gonna eat the cherry?
No. You know how when you catch a lizard, it loses its... Like, you grab by the tail, it drops the tail?
Not all species can do that.
I know, but, like, some do, right? And you've seen them. Yeah, I'm ripping my own head off.
Okay. Well, he's going to be probably free in just a moment then.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I just know I went blind in one eye for no particular reason. There's too much cake and he's sick of it.
Babbler scowls from his prison. That's my shtick! I did that just minutes ago!
Damn it, Ian.
I can't really hear you because I've ripped my head off.
Constance! Mr. Smith just ripped his head off.
Still standing, though, weirdly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ready an action to attack.
How much blood is there?
Good question.
None. There's cake.
There you go, then.
Oh, okay, well that's... Yeah, she's probably fine then.
Cake Man has removed his cake head. What do you want from me?
A lot.
Okay, yeah, I'm just holding my action to attack.
Babbler struggles.
He can break out of it.
Yep, he's not doing it this turn, though. Miss Murphy, please roll me perception. Congratulations, you noticed it early enough to roll dodge.
No.
Yes, can you guess what is falling out of the sky towards you? Hmm?
Is it a piano?
No.
Anvil.
Cake?
No. Cake.
Yeah, of course it's cake.
It's a giant cake.
How big is giant?
Well, at its current height, it looks like it would just cover the entire roof.
Oh, good holy lord.
It's a lot of cake. You can pretty easily read that it says happy birthday on it.
Okay, maybe it is my birthday. It's not any of yours, is it? I have to guess.
In any case, you make a frantic dodge and then realize it's not going to impact right now. It's still falling.
Oh god, it's that big and that high.
He's cake nuking the building?
Miss Murphy.
Roberts, I think we need to get out of here.
Elaborate.
I have no idea how high up and how big, but it feels... Actually, Ian, I assume it has mass.
No, actually.
Cartoon
Interesting.
physics.
Until it hits you, obviously, it's an illusion. Then it hits you and becomes real.
Do we have anywhere to put that stupid clown, and do not say his name?
We have that. I mean, I can't talk right now, but you would know we have the place we've been keeping all the other things we've been keeping. I.e. the
yes, but
jail.
she has no idea how secure that is. So far,
Fair enough.
unconscious people have gone in.
Fair news.
Ian?
Yes?
I was talking to... God damn it.
Yes, and you hadn't said anything else that he would answer.
She asked if there's anywhere to put the clown.
And he said no.
I did not hear
Okay.
that.
The no didn't transmit.
Okay. The answer is no.
Fantastic. Regardless, never say his name ever again.
Understood.
As far as for her turn, most of it's honestly just going to be spent on trying to perceive whether or not that's actually an object or not.
Hard to say.
Yeah.
It's going to get closer.
Mm-hmm.
Avery. With Miss Murphy's reaction, you could also look up and see the giant birthday cake. The clouds part in its wake.
That high up, huh?
And that big.
Yeah, clouds aren't really that high up. But that big, yes. Ooh.
It's big enough to, like, possibly bury this building.
Well, if we can read happy birthday on it from that height, it's big enough to bury the city.
Yeah, a few blocks, maybe.
That's all I care about of the city. The part I'm in.
Mhm. Oh god, let's see here. Miss Murphy, how much control do you have on that grip?
I mean, I can drop it if we need to. I can probably move him.
Great. I think the least comedically effective thing to happen at this moment, for us to just get under yon awning. Just how much movement do I have in this soldier?
About
Normal
that.
human?
Hup, hup, hup.
I make my way under the awning and start gesturing everybody else to follow under.
Well, that'll be your turn then. Mr. Smith.
My head's back.
Yes, your head has regrown.
It's in my head? What can I see is really all.
You can see, and it is your head, it's flesh and blood, and I'm sure it was disgusting for anyone looking at you.
Oh, no, it's horrifying. Do not watch.
On the plus side, she was looking up.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, I do notice that and look up.
Happy birthday.
Is it actually my birthday? I wouldn't know. If it is, it's a bit large. No, I am big, but not that big. That's actually worrisomely big. Kill civilians big, actually. I'm like measuring about here? About here. Assuming he centered it on me, because of course he would.
Did he hear the conversation beforehand?
I had no ears. I had no head.
Oh, that's a fair point.
He's like, I look like I'm measuring with my thumb something, and then I just says aloud, "Why is it that big?"
Smith, just get your ass under the cover.
It wouldn't save us, and people would die.
That's not the point.
I think it is.
The point is, it would ruin the gag.
Gag? What gag?
You can explain that in a minute. Is Mr. Smith going to get under the awning?
No, I'm going to ready a standard action. And, well, I'm going to morph into my tyrant form when I do it, but it'll make sense when I do it.
Sure, feel free to keep discussing it as we go through turns. Constance.
Yeah, I'll take a double move to get closer to the awning.
So what's the joke?
I'm not sure how much I can talk out of turn, so I'm not saying anything.
You can say at least a few things.
Cake falls on you, he laughs. If he can't laugh, it's not worth it. Doesn't matter.
Cover his mouth.
Babbler just keeps giggling. You really don't get it, do you?
I don't know.
Also, Constance, if you can beat a DC 15 athletics check, you can increase your speed for one turn.
I'm familiar.
Okay.
We're going to have so much fun together. Though, I guess you, in the different thing, you're much funnier than the others. The other ones, they don't get the joke. They just sort of cower.
I don't get the joke.
Exactly. Miss Murphy.
Well, do you want me to spend another point just to move him?
No, you can move him without spending a point.
So, is there room under the whole awning?
Yeah.
Then feel free to move him somewhere in sight, like about here.
Well, you start to move him, and then he stops at the edge of the awning, and you can't budge him.
You've got to be... New plan, then. She's still going to regret this. She's dropping her bubble for a deflection.
Okay.
Over him.
Oh, meaning she's shielding him.
Yeah.
Okay. He just sort of looks around.
Look at all the pretty colors.
Avery!
Braces for the inevitable cake again. Carry on.
Mr. Smith.
A few deep breaths, measuring the cake, judging how much longer it has to land, being very precise as much as you can. Scraping the ground a few times with his feet.
The
I
cake.
have to wait till it's within reach of me, basically, or Tyrant's reach, rather.
Not going to listen to the others telling you what to do?
Not at all. Their plan is hide from Armageddon. My plan is fight Armageddon. Or, sorry,
Okay.
Cake-Geddon.
Constance.
Yeah, I'll move under the awning and
Oh, no. That's an idea, but no.
ready an action to attack the guy.
Okay, move on to the awning then. Babbler continues scaling.
What do you suppose the news companies will call it? Cake getting? End of cakes? The giant cake that killed everyone?
They will dismiss it as nothing more than the act of a child.
Oh, shut up. I turned you into cake.
Did you?
Miss Murphy.
Can she feel it yet?
No.
Smith, it has no weight.
Good.
No. I'm not even sure this is real.
Real to who? Also, here's a question. Have you felt Babbler? I don't mean that literally, I mean with your powers. Have you, does he register as any kind of mass?
That's a good question.
Yes, he does. He feels human.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Has anything he's created felt mass?
Ian,
His-
she would have... The anvil,
His
for
sack
example?
feels fucking weird. Like, it changes, but it is sensible, and the anvil felt like an anvil.
So yeah. Yeah, a lot of it has.
A shrug of a shoulder. Everything he's done is impossible. Flat out. I am also impossible. I'm going to meet his impossible with my impossible and see what happens. It is that or let a great deal of people die to cake, and that is just not going to happen.
Hey, Smith.
Mm.
You want to know what would be really funny?
I don't know.
If we called his bluff.
I'm doing that? I don't get it.
I will give Avery a few more tries, if you would like to.
You think this roof here is going to stop a piece of cake?
No.
You think a single hungry hippo is going to stop a piece of cake?
I'm not going to eat the cake.
What on earth do you think you're going to do?
Something stupid. Frankly, I don't even know how it works, but I'm going to do it.
He really is a dim one, isn't he?
Yep.
Says the clown.
Smith, it's a hunch. If it doesn't work out, you won't be able to say I told you so.
I see no advantage in this for me.
Get under here.
No, thank you.
Don't make me drop him just to move you.
I don't know how to make this clear. I don't hide from impending apocalypse, I fight it, and that's what I'm doing. If you want to hide from it, very well, I won't stop you. But me not hiding does not change that.
Mr. Smith!
Yes?
The cake is suddenly about 100 feet away and closing.
Good. Morph it into Tyrant, so go ahead and get the dinosaur. Alright, here comes my impossible thing. When it's within reach, I don't know how else to do that. I'm gonna do its stunt, and it's a familiar one. Because I don't know how this works, but if it works on projectiles, there's a projectile. I'm gonna deflect it.
Oh, God.
And I'm willing to literally spend any hero points I have and knock myself the fuck out doing it. I'm willing to just drop myself half dead to not have the city covered in cake. Well, maybe city next door, but just not the one I'm in.
It's not how hero points work, but never mind.
Yeah, I know. I'm power stunting and I'm doing like other stuff involved. So, like I said, I don't know the exact mechanics going on in play. I just have resources that I'm willing to spend.
You just dropped to fatigued. That's the only resource.
Uh-huh.
Well, what else? I know I can add numbers to it. So, how much can I add when I declare to do this?
2.
Just 2?
Yeah, you either add a 2 bonus or improve an existing +2 bonus to +5.
I guess that then.
Up to you if you want to do that, but of course you won't be using the hero point until later, just to negate the fatigued.
Yeah. On top of that, can I pick an advantage when you do this? Because what I could do is I could pick the improved defenses advantage to give the +5, and then on top of that.
Okay. Do you have the improved extra effort?
I thought I did. Hold on.
Extra effort is what you're doing. Hero points themselves aren't used like that.
Yeah, there's extra effort, which everyone has, and then I don't think extra is the name for it actually, but
Effort.
Oh, actually, the gaining an advantage that you don't have is a hero point thing.
there we go.
Also, extra effort is the thing. Yeah, an extraordinary effort is the bonus.
Yes, extraordinary effort and ultimate effort are the improvements on extra effort that let you do additional things, such as, if you have extraordinary effort, gain 2 of the listed benefits, even stacking 2 of the same type, but you also double the cost of the effort, you're exhausted. Ultimate effort lets you spend a hero point on a check and treat it as a natural 20. Treat it as a 20, not a natural 20. And, well, that is just what it says. What is it that you want to do? Because if you want to get more than one extra effort thing, you can't do it without extraordinary effort.
Putting all of that aside,
Spend a hero point. Oh, yep.
in the context of not being a dick, I don't recommend spending hero points on this.
Tyrant is faced with apocalypse from the sky. He's probably still going to do it, even if it doesn't work. His mistake, but that's what he does.
Go ahead.
In specific, I'm going to use a hero point to get the advantage. What's it called? Extraordinary effort, the one that's letting you 2.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm already using a hero point to get the power at all. Sorry, never mind.
No, you're exhausting yourself to get it.
Oh. See, I don't know the order of operations of this damn stuff.
You just use extra effort, and then that's it. That is all that happens that turn. And
what was the stuff about using a hero point to get an advantage, though?
No, you used the hero... Well, you're the one that said that.
No, someone else did, I think.
No, you said that.
I'm dumb, then. So I just do the power stunt and it just happens, yes?
Uh-huh.
Okay, then, unless I have some other way to do more stuff, that's all I can do with it.
power stunt is not extra effort. They are separate things.
Oh, for the love of... Oh, this game. All I know is that you can come up with powers on the fly by paying the price. The fuck do I need to do?
Pick a power that you're using your points from. Then you can make another power with those points.
Neat. I picked deflect. All the points.
No, what she means is pick a power that you have on your sheet right now. You rebuild a new power based on that.
Of up to that value.
And it needs to be at least thematically related.
Yeah, so for example, the way I'm holding on to Babbler right now is I revamped my singularity power into being a grapple. I cannot use any of my singularity tree, which is, by the way, like all my abilities, while I'm holding him.
Yeah, so if you want to
I don't know.
respec
the morph
something
perk,
you've
I don't
got, if you want to respec something you've got into deflect, that is a power stunt. Just explain how in universe this works.
I hit it
And
with my
then-
tail. God. Sorry, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because I remember doing this and I don't remember how.
And by the way, that doesn't change the way deflect works. It is still just an active defense, and you just like it still works the same way deflect does. It is limited by power level limits. You get.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
No, what deflect is the idea is that you're having something bounce off or not hit you. Basically, is the long and short of that. Which was the idea. I deflect the cake off.
The long and short is you were trying to knock the cake either into the sky or at something else with your tail.
Yes.
Okay.
Well done. Let's see if that works. Are you going to jump up at all? Because you are in a depressed area.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
would have to.
sad.
So you're going to leap into the sky and attempt to hit it with your tail. Well, as the cake approaches, it starts glowing red hot. Bits of it start disintegrating. You're all reasonably certain you can hear the Happy Birthday song slowed down to like a funeral dirge.
Mm-hmm. So the normal way it's sung.
Tyrant leaps into the air and swings his tail at the cake, and the cake explodes.
I would like to deflect the explosion.
It's not a painful explosion, it's not even a heat explosion. Most of the cake is gone. Tyrant, make me a dodge.
Okay. I got a 5.
Yes, so our favorite dinosaur falls back down to the roof, covered in a mountain of cake.
I get up, confused.
No, you can't get up.
What do you mean I can't get up?
You need life alert.
Alright, I push the button. And wait.
God damn it. Regardless, you are now in a pile of cake. And Babbler just kind of drops to the ground all of a sudden.
Just ignores my stuff.
Yes, he does.
This would trigger the attack, yeah?
Yes, go ahead.
That's missing. Okay, moving on.
Yes, it is. Babbler just shakes his head. Now, you lot are just no fun. You don't get the hints, even when I literally throw them in your faces. We're going to try this again later, and we're going to have a better time with it. Just learn jokes and words and the English language, and that you can't deflect a giant space cake with a tail, you stupid lizard.
I don't care if
Sticks
it's
his
your
head out of the
birthday,
cake.
you stupid clown. Just go away.
So rude.
I can totally deflect a space cake with my tail.
Well, I have my other adoring fans to see to, and I'm sure they will love having their autograph. Yes, their autograph. I want their autograph. I want their autograph in their blood.
Am I eating now?
I'll bring you back some intestines next time, alright? I'm done with this. You lot have no sense of humor.
I do too.
And he throws his sack into the air, and jumps at it, and climbs into the sack in midair, where it falls on the ground in a heap.
Well, I roll over in the pile of cake and get up.
There's a sack on the ground, as well as lots of cake.
Scratch shyly behind one of my ears with my foot.
I'm gonna take the sack with my powers and just move it away.
Move it away where?
say over here for now.
Okie dokie. As you place it down again, it has a bulge in it.
Is it ticking?
No.
Can I manipulate the sack and just...
Sure. Yeah, totally. Go manipulate that sack.
Yeah, so I have 4 arms of stuff to work with, so I can hold it up so I can see inside of it.
Well, you can't see anything but blackness from there. Except for the cake that falls out. There's now just a cake on the ground. It's
Constance, just
Hmm?
Constance, just put it down.
Yeah,
Leave
put
it
down.
be. We've had dealings with him before.
The cake is perfectly preserved and looks like a normal cake.
I'm gonna tip the cake over with... yeah.
It splats on the ground forlornly.
Really?
You gonna eat that?
You really want to... Go ahead! She's gonna pull the plate over to check if there's anything else on it.
Guys, as fascinating as that cake is, Miss Murphy, would you mind just flying up a short ways and seeing if there's cake scattered on all the surrounding rooftops too, or if that was isolated to
Yeah,
Mr.
sure.
Smith?
Just let me... Ian, is there stuff on the fucking cake pan? The plate.
Hello?
Ian?
Just give him a
Yes?
second. There you go.
Was it not coming through? God damn it.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Mumble's freezing on me randomly.
Okay.
Which means I'm pressing the button and talking, but it's not transmitting.
Right, so what's on the plate?
On the underside of the cake tin, there's a picture of a sad-looking clown sitting next to a cake, alone, with a single candle on top.
Great.
Amber is 1 year old.
And he's lonely. Fantastic. With that, she'll fly up and get a look around.
Oh. Happy birthday, Babbler. And then eats the cake.
Another cake appears at your feet.
Thank you.
One of
Lunch.
them's eventually going to be filled with a human head.
It would
I
be the
think Tyrant would
first.
still eat it.
I mean, I'd want to spit it out, but he's already killed the person, so I probably would have noticed till I already bit, so...
There is no cake in the surrounding buildings. The second cake does taste a bit like blood.
Human or otherwise? And yes, I can't tell the difference.
Otherwise.
That was nice. I'm gonna get him something next time. Nobody like... He'd like a scarf. He'd like a scarf.
The villain romance, huh?
It's not romantic, I just feel bad for the guy if he's lonely, I get that. I'm lonely.
Yeah, that's nice. So everything looks fine.
Sort of leans up and looks around to make sure.
You don't
Okay.
see any more cake apocalypses coming?
Yeah. So, guys.
Well, it worked.
Yeah. Constance, did you want to check out your apartment or something while we're here?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do next.
Let's get on that and get back, because I have a theory about the clown.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, please don't say his name. As she looks directly at Tyrant, because she's pretty sure he doesn't get it still.
Pauses. Why not?
He... Ah! Look! He said he can follow you when you say it. That means wherever we are, he knows it if you say his stupid name.
So let's pretend I'm in a Praedidicium base for no reason at all, and I say it.
I doubt he's gonna show up.
That's a darn shame.
But, for example, if you said it in our base, think
Now,
about
what
it.
if I said it, like, made one of the exits a good idea? And Avery, if you could get one of the
Series
Predidition-
later, let's get the giant reptile off of this roof.
Seriously.
Mm. Oh,
Oh god, he doesn't have clothes on him. I'm leaving.
there is that. Yes.
She's just gone. She's
Back down the stairs.
I was just going to go. Well, I was going to stay here once you investigated the room. Assuming you don't need me, I would just go teleport from here or whatever it is.
We'll
Okay.
see you. We'll see you back at home.
Ian. That means you have to go watch the room to investigate it with us.
Nope. So yes, you can head down to Constance's apartment, and Constance can salvage basically anything she would like from her apartment.
My laptop?
It might not be in proper working order at the moment, but yes,
Well, if it's not there, that is indicative of something.
it is there.
Okay.
So, what is there for that might? Okay, someone's turned off Ian. Shut off their mic.
Yeah, his mic is still on.
Just mute it with the button. Oh, thank God.
That was really fucked for a minute.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, he gone.
You probably trying to reconnect.
Mm-hmm.
My mic was still on because Mumble froze.
Yes. Hi. Oh, and I was gonna ask, is there anything that Kaylee might run into, or what? Because she's gonna look through your stuff. Just tell you right now.
I mean, I have a filing cabinet of, like, crime documents and...
Oh no,
That's
she doesn't
okay.
give a crap about that. Like, she's gonna look through your bathroom and steal your shampoo.
If I'm there, I would tell her not to. Actually, you know what? I don't actually care.
No, she'll explain it. They have nothing. Their shampoo sucks.
Yeah, and actually, I don't really care because I would be taking it anyway.
All we've got is a dinosaur and a guy that doesn't understand shit.
Yeah, I can share my product with you. It's no problem. Probably stop by the dry cleaner too. Yeah, I'll just pick up some miscellany. Other than the laptop, which I hope that Roberts can recover stuff from. That's about it.
No, Tile, my push-to-talkie is not sticking. Mumble is literally freezing, and it freezes it in whatever state my push-to-talkie is at the time.
Mumble only has 2 threads. It deals with audio input the same way it deals with Windows events. If it was freezing, it wouldn't be transmitting audio to us.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, because it'll freeze, I'll click on it and get nothing, and then eventually pop up the thing of Mumble is not responding, and the entire time my mic was transmitting.
That's a pickle.
Yeah, update Mumble next time you're
Okay.
not using it, please.
Oh yeah, sure, I did do that.
Carrying on.
But yes, you can salvage whatever you would like, and then head back to base without much difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Avery, I think the idea of not getting the joke worked. I mean, I didn't get it, but that seems to work. So maybe just ignore his jokes.
Well, there's another facet to it that I think keeps cropping up. He could only interact with one of us at a time.
And
And every time one of us does something, he just slips right out of whatever other problem he's in. If someone focuses him down, then he can only deal with them. So
you're saying the rest of whoever gets their hands on him should be exclusive rights to Smush?
no, it just means we have to figure out something we can do with him next time we get him cornered.
I could eat him. I don't
That's
need
a-
Shu.
That's a very soft corner. Let's get back to...
No, I mean, I can put him in my gullet and throw him up. Whenever.
Again, Let's burn that bridge when we get to it.
All right.
Frechette, could we get a ride home, please?
I'm going to assume that Constance and Mrs. Murphy are able to finish.
Yeah.
I look up.
Kaylee has an armful of lotions, shampoos, and otherwise.
And I will also have a handful of such things, and plus my...
I assume Mr. Smith will change back to Mr. Smith.
I'd
Or
be
is he going to
naked.
stay tired?
I'd be naked, and Kaylee has protested vigorously against that, so I'm going to wait till we're back, change quietly in a corner, and then, well, transform and change, you know what I mean?
I'm training him.
You just protest really loudly, so I'm trying to respect your wishes.
You have returned to the hideout.
Stretch. Does anyone know where to buy streamers? That's a
Yeah.
thing, right?
What?
They usually don't let you buy them. The internet's full of them, though.
How do you get them out of the internet? I've seen them, I think.
What?
Streamers.
Avery's eye begins to twitch.
Ugh, Tayo. God damn it.
He takes his he takes his ride over to the usual disposery.
I'm glad we were able to get bottles. Easily replaceable bottles.
And a laptop.
Ah, well, that is value then.
Robert, were you able to watch that entire battle?
Not all of it.
I can transmit the rest of it to you if you like.
At a later date.
Hey, can we get me a dresser or something?
It's going to need be a big one.
Yes, I saw the pile of clothing.
Look, I got nowhere else to stay. I need something.
It's
You
in
can
the
use my
sleeping
house.
area.
But you could stay at my apartment.
I would also
No.
like a wardrobe. I mean, you could take the one from my apartment.
You could have just said that while we were there, and I would have lifted it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was an option.
Fair enough.
We'll handle it. In the meantime, what exactly happened?
That clown appeared, and...
The one in the news whose name you should never say.
Oh, yeah,
Avery, feel free to come out with your whiteboard.
apparently if you say his name, he knows how to track you.
Wonderful.
Now continue, Constance.
Yeah, that's the short of it. I'm not really sure what else to say about the situation.
Well, we fought him.
Right.
Well, it was more... We were plagued by his presence for a short while, and then when he realized we could not piece together it was his birthday, he left, which I feel rather bad about. I wish he had just said so.
Did you? He murders people. Don't feel bad about anything.
Yes, please don't feel sympathetic for the clown serial killer.
This is one of those
He's
human
probably
things, isn't it?
insane.
Isn't he human? I thought he was human. Is Babbler human? Oops. Yeah, I'm going to keep forgetting.
Oh my god. And then, like, he's here right now.
He is not.
Well, I'm going to keep forgetting.
But he
It's-
probably hears us.
And for
Probably.
those who have been paying attention, his name's already been said in here before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, then what does it matter? Moving on. What was it? Oh, isn't the clown human? I'm fairly certain he smelled and looked human.
As far as we know.
She's gonna give him a deadpan. Do I smell and look human?
Well, you want my honest opinion? Yes, but you also have a air of danger, I think is the best way to put it.
I'm just gonna pretend I'm James Bond and go with that.
That would be probably for the best.
I'm also human, for the record.
That I could. It's the same thing. It's hard to explain. A predator knows a predator. Let us use that term. Oh, as Avery put it.
You know, Avery, this would be easier if you allowed me to communicate with you directly. And then I could relay your thoughts to the group.
Scribble, 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 scribble.
Oh, my train of thought. I found it again. Babbler is human, and there's nothing to say that the reason he is killing is within his control. Or out of it. He could just be a complete psycho murderer.
That makes him no less dangerous.
No, certainly makes him extremely dangerous. But until I'm certain that what he is doing is well within his control, considering his unhinged state of self, I'm going to at least pity him.
I take offense to that.
Wow, that's actually rather impressive.
Yeah, she's not demon elbowed.
Well, I mean, do you count the extra limbs? I do.
Whatever, you guys
Freaky
figure this
claw.
out.
I mean, I have freaky claws of hell. I wouldn't call her hands.
Avery. Roll dodge. Because she's gonna walk straight through you to the bathroom and take a shower, so...
She doesn't know you're there.
The whiteboard is floating there.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
If the whiteboard is floating,
Yes.
well, no. Is it floating right next to him, or is it, like, away from him?
Arm's length.
Okay, she'll give that a width, because he doesn't seem to want people to walk through him. Not to mention that sounds rude.
Yeah, would anyone want someone to walk through them?
Yeah.
Doubt it.
Either way, she's going to take a shower, because screw this. She has, like, a bunch of new soaps to try. Finally feel clean.
Trent leans over towards Roberts. Do you know where to buy streamers?
Why would you need to buy streamers?
I need to have streamers. Don't ask me questions.
He probably wants to do some kind of celebration for the clown next time he shows up.
I was going to have it be a surprise.
It's obvious from the way you've been talking.
I didn't
Please.
be a surprise for you.
Please don't throw a celebration for the serial murderer clown.
Is he not allowed to feel
encourage
human
him.
once a day? Or a year? How often our birthday? Years, yes.
If he wants to feel human, he can act human.
That's what the birthday is for.
I will say again, we don't want to encourage him.
I'm not.
You are validating him by doing that.
I'm throwing him a thing he wrote on.
He goes around killing people, and he wanted someone to notice his birthday, and so after he fails to kill you and gets annoyed at you and leaves, you're going to throw him a birthday.
I wouldn't really call that an attempt at murder from my perspective. It was more extreme inconvenience.
He swung a giant spiked hammer at my head.
Did he? I couldn't tell. I had cake on my head.
So don't do anything that would encourage him.
It seems rude. But so to
Rudeness
swing a
is not
hammer.
the point here.
So I'm not supposed to express empathy because I missed his birthday. Because he does things you disagree with. Or rather, are just morally not okay.
We're going to continue this argument on the forum, because I need to go mow the lawn.
Okay.
Wow, that's
You
a
should
weird
really
thing for...
trim more often. If you need to use a lawnmower, that's not very good personal hygiene.
Wow. Wow. I'm more worried that it's green.
Yeah, there's that too.
Also, it's kind of weird that Roberts is talking about that.
That wasn't my Robert's voice.
Sure it was.
I wasn't going to
Oh,
send
you're
him
right.
this.
It was your babbler voice. My bad.
So, anyways, I suspect that is notice to quit.
Mm-hmm.